The Raleigh Police Department is investigating this disappearance of Rakeem Elliott. It's certainly frustrating for his family as the leads are not coming in. Now, I had the opportunity to speak with his family, Rakeem's family. They call him Rock. They told me that he is a green thumb. He loves the beach. He loves to go fishing, and they want him back home.
No sleep at night.
Dwight Elliott hasn't had a peaceful night's rest since his son, Rakeem Elliott, was last seen. That was more than a year ago.
I sit in my chair and look out the road to see if I might see him. You know, we have a lot of cars coming up down through sometime. I said, well, maybe he'll get out of one of these cars. But nothing.
It's been silent for the family. No one has heard from him.
That's not his usual behavior. He has on the same clothes, no ID. He calls home every day. We haven't heard from my son since that night.
That night was January 12th, 2025. Rakeem was driving with his brother when the two had an argument, which the family describes as common. Dwight says Rakeem got out of the car along I-40 at the Hammond Road exit and started walking. His brother sped off in the car and went home.
It was about a 5-minute exchange from the time he came in the house, from the time he told me where he put him out at. I was back there, you know, in about 10 minutes. I was just right up on Hammond Road. And I was up and down Hammond Road.
This DOT camera at I-40 in Gardner Road showed Rakeem walking along the interstate. Raleigh police say the video was captured on the same day he was last seen. Police also tell me that this investigation has some challenges. Rakeem did not have his cell phone or wallet with him, and the leads coming in, very few.
Where is Rakeem Elliott? That is the question. And the bigger question is, why am I just hearing about this story today, a year and some change later? Actually, I stumbled upon this story because my wife was watching some Facebook reels and I heard it while I was simultaneously doing something else. And then I said, play that again? Play that again? Let me see your phone. Looked at it over and over again. And as I'm watching the video, I'm trying to fathom how in 2025, in a city as big as Raleigh, North Carolina, does a person go missing and it has very little news coverage. When I say very little, I mean very little news coverage. The most recent story was the last couple days, which is the video you heard from ABC 11 Eyewitness News in Raleigh, North Carolina. Now, the largest news station in this area is WRL. When I Googled the brother's name, the last story that WRL posted was shortly after his disappearance, maybe 3 days. And that was, again, a year and some change ago. And the News and Observer also posted the day after his disappearance. But since then, there's been nothing. So an entire year and some weeks have gone by without any publications speaking on this good brother and asking where is he? And that's my question. Now, the questions I have is, they say the DOT cameras saw him walking along I-40. I saw this in Google Maps and it's less than a half a mile. Also, if you've ever watched news and they're showing the traffic, those cameras are live. They're not screenshots. So if you saw him walking along I-40, because those cameras are so high, they have a very far vantage point. My question is, at what point did you lose him? At what point did he go out of view of the camera? That's where you start. I'm no investigator. I'm using common sense. Did he fall off the bridge? Was he taken? Did he get into a car? Did he walk through the woods? At what point did the camera lose sight of him? That's where you start. It was 2025 with all of the technology and this large city of Raleigh, North Carolina. How can a person vanish off the face of the earth? And furthermore, how is it getting so little news coverage? This should have been running every single day. I watch the news on a daily. I just heard that story today by accident. That makes no sense. With all the technology, with all the resources, did RPD just give up? The news article said RPD looked for him the next day and didn't find him. That was it. Watching his father say he often looks out of the window and thinks his son's just going to get out of one of these cars, it's so heartbreaking. I have children. I have brothers. To imagine them just disappearing, going poof, is just insane. That's what happened to this brother. He disappeared. And no one seems to be looking for him that has the resources to look for him. The drones, the helicopters, the search parties. I'm in North Carolina. I'm in Raleigh. I don't know anybody that knows his brother, but I would love to organize or be a part of some sort of search party to know where he is. For an adult to not have called home, come home, send a message, that's not normal. And for the local officials to not be putting enough light on this story is disappointing. I don't know whether they were trying to squeeze in something for Black History Month or what, but this story should have never left the rotation. Every newspaper for 300 miles, every news broadcast for 300 miles should have been asking, where is Rakeem Elliott? That is the question. And I will be asking this question until they bring the good brother home. My name is Rel. This is Dropping Jewels, the podcast. Until next time, I'm out.